27 other countries have reintroduced beavers, and although it's sparked some controversy here, the government has granted a licence for the Scottish Wildlife Trust to carry out a 5-year trial introduction of the beaver.
Ecologically, we need to restore processes back into the environment. Nature can't work in a box. We're missing various key species, and the beaver's one of those key species. Because although there's a sort of perhaps a moral obligation to bring back species that are being wiped out, there's also need to look at those animals which have a profound impact on maintaining wildlife and the habitats as we would like them. And the beavers are essentially natural habitat creators and maintainers. They create wetlands, they create coppiced woods, and make sure that variety of the countryside that's so important for different animals and different species, it's there for them to live and to thrive. So it's the benefit of a lot of other wildlife, not just the beavers.
In medieval times, beavers were hunted for their fur, meat, and for medicinal purposes, producing a secretion rich in salicylic acid from their diet of willow, which is now known as a forerunner of aspirin. Simon is taking me to a site in the forest where these industrious creatures have clearly been at work.
And this is the dam.
What this
Probably
we're standing on now is a dam that they've created.
Dam, and probably the first beaver dam to be created in the wild in United Kingdom for 400 years.
How long would it have taken a family of beavers to create that?
They've been working on that for a best part of 9 months, I suppose, but the bulk of that work has been done in the space of 3 or 4 months. Beavers build dams primarily for security, because the entrances to the lodges are underwater, and they like to maintain a steady depth of water.
Right.
And they don't like water which goes up and down in depths because it exposes them, or indeed could flood their lodges. So what we believe triggers dam building is the sound of running water. Beavers don't like running water. Because it's moist and relatively warm here, the regeneration happens very quickly. So we're seeing where they have cut the trees, the growth is coming back up again. And that's exactly what we want. We want trees at different stages of maturity.
Could we go to an area where, you think that they're living?
Well, we can certainly go and have a look. I wouldn't put any money on seeing one, who knows,
Okay.
But we'll certainly have a go.
Since releasing 3 beaver families a year ago, Simon and his team are successfully monitoring the activity of 2 of them, although they tend to be rather elusive.
What's the longest time you've ever waited to see one?
Oh, 3 or 4 hours and then still not see one.
Really? So it's not definite that we'll see one?
No, you can be lucky.
Well, all that waiting was not in vain, as eventually we struck gold and got a brief sighting. If all goes to plan and the beavers here successfully breed, the hope is that colonies can be reintroduced elsewhere in Scotland. Leah and Raymond are positive people, which always makes it an easier house hunt. They've seen the potential in 3 very different properties. We now need to find out how much effort they're willing to put in. Do they really want a blank canvas to work with? Let's find out. Well, I have to say, it doesn't get much more idyllic than this, does it?
No,
This is perfect.
I can see why you want to live here.
Yeah.
Let's start with the property down by the loch.
Out of all the properties we've seen, I think that had the most potential in terms of the layout.
It was almost ready-made, wasn't it, for our requirements? So
I like the internal, I like the view down the loch. I think for the venture...
It needs something.
Yeah, I think for the business plan, I think we might have struggled to attract people to come to there. Although it was stunning and it was a lovely house, I don't think it had that kind of rural appeal.
OK. Well, let's move on then.
OK.
How do you fancy owning a castle?
That was stunning. That really was.
That was a wow.
Yeah, that was a real surprise. The walled gardens, just the whole setup there was just totally unexpected on the approach.
It's what you would dream of ing, but you thinking that you would never be able to afford something
Well,
like
that's what you were like, both of you, when you were walking around.
But again, what that place had, that needed a bit more work to it. But you could see it. You could see something.
A lot more work
there.
to be done. But your imagination could really run wild. I think that property there's something very special about it.
You're talking as if you want to own it.
Yeah, well, I do. It's convincing, Raymond.
What's panicking you? The work that needs to be done?
I think the kitchen area and the living area for us as a family to work in that was a bit small, so we would really need to look at building out from the side,
Okay.
and maybe the barn converting that into a studio space. I think that was really what we were talking about.
Dare I ask then, if that's too much work for you, then obviously the mystery property is going to be a no-no.
Well, I wouldn't say that. I think there's a lot of homework to be done on the mystery property. It was completely thrown at us. I don't think we were prepared for that.
No. But, I mean, as I said before, what it did do was really open up our minds to the fact that maybe we should consider looking at plots and building
Location-wise, I thought
a
it was
property
perfect.
that
Oh,
would
yeah,
suit
beautiful
all our
location.
needs. Yeah.
Is there one property that you think you'd be willing to put an offer in on, or...?
I think the castle, we would definitely like to go back and have another look.
Yeah.
The third mystery house, I would like to look into further. I think we need to check out the planning, purely because of the location.
Yeah, but the castle, definitely. And you know what you have done for us? We've discovered a part of Argyll that we didn't know before.
It's amazing, isn't it?
It's yes.
Incredible.
Well, good luck being shown around the castle. It'll be like this, a little bit.
I think so.
But I really hope that you do find what you're looking for here, because if any couple deserved it, you do. And it's been really good fun as well.
Well, we've loved every minute of it.
Good.
Thank you.
Leah and Raymond's sunny outlook on life will, I'm sure, stand them in good stead when they're looking for their ideal home. And they really have chosen the right area. Argyll is a beautiful region. It has everything you could want from country living. It has the great mountain ranges, the stunning loch views and spectacular houses. Tell you what, if I was an artist, I'd like to retreat here. Till next time, goodbye. Well, if you'd like to escape to the country in Scotland, Wales, Northern Ireland or England and need our help, please apply online at bbc.co.uk/be on a show.
Some might say it's going against nature. Wildlife cameraman Gordon Buchanan steps in as a surrogate parent when The Bear Family and Me continues tonight at 9 on BBC Two. Next up, an exceptional vase causes no end of excitement in today's Vlog It.